Testing, hot outbound car, 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to hear? Lower your right shoulder. Go!
The Honeymooners Podcast, the only podcast that is all about the greatest show of all time. With the stars, Joe Conti and Louis Fatts.
Welcome, fellow raccoons and members of the Women's Auxiliary. What's happening, all you Hurricanes, Bensonhurst Bombers, and all the Herman Fat Racks of the world? You're listening to the Honeymooners Podcast with me, Joe Conti, and my pal, Louis Fatts.
Look at me, I'm 13.
The only discussion-based podcast all about the greatest show of all time. We record in the Non-Productive Studios in Clifton, New Jersey. Subscribe to the show where you get your podcasts, and if you're on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating and leave a positive review. The home base for the show is the non-pro site. That's non-productive.com. And don't forget to like our Honeymooners Podcast Facebook page. What's going on, Louie?
Joe?
Number
19
21.
was great.
19 was great.
I was afraid about 20.
We said it. We were like, wow.
We were apprehensive about 20.
Yeah.
20 was
It was a lot
very
of fun.
good.
It was
I had a blast with 20 listening to it.
Yeah.
And
because beforehand, even after we did the show, we were like,
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because it's tough when you're in it. You
Yeah,
know, it's
yeah.
hard to judge.
Yeah.
And then,
It's hard to
of course,
gauge.
when you go back and listen and I know that you're probably harder on yourself than you.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
So
that I
am
come
I.
across on the air, but I'm very hard on myself.
Right. And I was like, oh, boy. You know, like
Yeah.
my thought was, this is probably not going to be that good,
Yeah.
especially how hilarious 19 was.
Because the feedback we got from 19 was great. But 20 was good. I'm sorry, 20 was good. It was a great follow-up.
Yeah.
If you had a follow-up 19, 20 did it.
It was the perfect order.
Yeah, it was.
perfect order.
Perfect.
Now, you said you had an email.
Oh, yeah.
And you sent it to me.
I sent it to you.
Right.
Okay. And I'm going to read it,
Okay.
most of it. It's kind of long. It's from our friend Joseph J. down in Florida.
Right. Okay.
And he's emailed before.
Yes.
He's one of our.
He's one of the emailers.
One of the three. Yeah.
Emailing
One of the
crew.
three. And he says this. I'm going to try to read. So my wife and I went to Popeyes to get the chicken stand. I guess there's this big thing going on with this Popeyes chicken. As we were eating it, I said, "Now, can you compare pot roast to that?" The look on her face as a piece of chicken was hanging out of her mouth. LOL. I said it's from the honeymoon. The clip when we get home. Then I told her how yours and Joe's wives, I'm not married, Joe, but don't really like the show either. But when I found the clip, she was on the floor laughing. We have been married 14 years, and all I do is honeymooner lines. I finally got her to say, "Roll that around your mouth," when she cooks me my faves. And
he finally got her.
He got it. Yeah, he
Right,
finally
right.
got her going. He also says, "Thank you for mentioning on the pod. I love it, Joe." Okay, thanks,
great.
Joe. Thanks for emailing and.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's a funny line.
It's great, you know. In fact, he basically berated his wife into doing some sort of honeymoon line.
Honeymooner line. I'm not going to eat that food unless you say, "Here, roll that around your
Roll
mouth."
that around in your mouth. It was like he was being Ralph with his wife, you know? Like, come on. How am I supposed to tell my friends? Hurricanes. Hurricanes.
So that's
but
great.
yes.
That's great. Great email, Joe.
So if anybody else, of course, wants to email us,
Yeah.
it's
bangzoom1956 at gmail.com.
and of course the phone number.
We answer all emails too.
Yeah, and then if you want to leave us a voicemail that we could play on the air, it is 240-442-2635. That's 240-442-2635. It's the same voicemail for my other show, the Conti Kenny Show. So if you hear, but it doesn't matter because I'm the only one that gets them. And then if you want to leave a voicemail for us to play on the air, we will definitely do that. So, well, again, now we have to follow up.
Yeah, we're going to follow up too.
But and you know what? The key is that we're just having a good time.
That's all.
And I'm getting that from people that tell us. It sounds like you guys are having a blast,
Yes.
and we are.
And that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
It's
It's
like-
going to be fun no matter why. And we really shouldn't compare to other episodes because that basically puts kind of pressure on you. Just roll with it and have fun.
Absolutely.
I mean, in the 30 minutes, we're bound to say one thing funny, I would think, maybe.
Could be.
Could be.
We'll see.
This must be it. Maybe.
Yes. This must be it. Maybe. Yes. But we definitely have a new. Do you want to do the flub real quick? It's a small flub.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah. Go.
It was a flub that I noticed. It's very small, quick little flub, and people that know the show know that we're not doing it because we're critiquing.
No.
This is like out of love. Like if I'm making
Yes.
fun of Lou, I'm all right. It's all right to make fun of Lou because he's my friend.
Yes.
So we're doing this completely out of love. It's almost like the way they used to do the roast back in the day.
Yeah.
It was people saying horrible things to each other, but because they all loved each other and they were friends.
Right.
So, and the episode that we got this from, we're going to probably talk about a little bit today.
Yeah.
And that is Trapped.
Yeah.
And the flub, it's when Ralph gets home and he's finally explaining to Alice that the thing happened where, they shot me in the hat and a hat flew off and it went right through the hat.
Through the hat.
The whole thing is about his hat.
About his hat, yeah.
Everything about the hat.
Through the hat.
like when you said when he had to go to the hospital, I have to get my hat
and go over there.
Go over there. Him and his hat. All right. So it's a quick one. If you turn your head for a second, you're going to miss it. But here it is.
I didn't tell the police.
You didn't tell them.
I can't tell the police, Alice. If I tell the police, my picture will be in the paper with my address and everything else. Those guys will know right where they are. They'll come up here and get me. They're killers. It's better off this way.
Those guys will know right where they are. Well, listen, if they're coherent, they'll know right where they are. And here's the thing. When was it in the entire history of this country where if you were a witness to a crime that your name would go in the paper
and your address.
Yes, we have some new witnesses for the John Gotti case, and their names and addresses are listed right here. So if you guys need to go make a little visitation, like what are they talking about? Really? Yeah,
picture.
But it was a great little flub that I heard, and it's great because they'll know right where they are.
They know right where they are.
And I guess he's meant to say they'll know right where I am.
I'm at, or something like that. Right where we are. Or
right where we are. That's probably
what he was the line.
Right, because you don't usually mistake R for act.
Yeah.
It's two different things. It's too different.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that was our little thing. And Trapped, look, I'm not saying it because I don't want to start the Honeymooners podcast drinking game, but it's
get your shots lined up.
It's iconic, all right? I said it. It's iconic.
All right, take a shot of grape juice.
But yeah, and you mentioned something too. You said Tommy Manicotti, the little kid.
Great. He's phenomenal in this episode.
I never thought of it.
Yeah.
And when now you say it, he comes in, does a great job with the water pistol.
Yep.
It's great. I don't have to take a bath.
Yep.
Leaves. And then and perfect timing, and obviously, like you said, there was somebody back there saying, and now
go,
but
Tommy.
The way he said it, like, hey, Mr. Cramden, did I leave my water pistol in there? The way and you know what, you're right.
He said it great. It's a great line, number one, and the way he delivered it, you can't ask more from a little kid.
Yeah.
And what I like about him too, he basically has like that Brooklyn accent.
Yes.
If you listen to him.
Yep.
Water. He says water pistol.
I'm sure he must have been a kid from that area.
Locally, probably a local kid.
Yeah. An actor, obviously.
Because he plays two parts.
Yeah. Yes. He's a multifaceted.
He plays two people in the same series.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't realize
that
you
were
great. Saying it.
Yeah, he's great.
He's really good in that.
The great delivery behind that door.
Behind the door. Great delivery behind the door.
And then the famous, thanks, Mr. Cramden.
Yes.
You're very welcome.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And also now we have all of the episodes right here on my computer. I don't have to worry about the
about YouTube.
Worry about the YouTubes and nothing like that. But yeah, now you said, you know what, we wanted to play around a little bit with the scene when Dibble?
Barney. We've always thought, and I've bet you a lot of people out there too always thought it was Bibbo.
I thought-
Bibbo. That's what it sounds
like a gangster name.
Yeah,
you know?
Bibbo. You know, it was the name of a funeral parlor in my old neighborhood where I grew up in Newark.
Was it really?
Bibbo. Yeah, it was Bibbo Funeral Parlor. And so I'm hearing Bibbo because I know the name Bibbo. I know the family, the Bibbos.
Right.
And
That's so funny.
but IMDb has him down as Dibble. Now, for the life of me, I don't hear Dibble. I'm trying to hear Dibble, but I don't hear it.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it might be that the people at IMDb, I'm sure they're not people that grew up watching this show
Yeah.
and have seen it 1,000 times. Yeah. They probably have kids that they, pay $15 an hour to go through and say, that's
I
Dibble.
hear Dibble. Yeah,
They probably didn't realize that Bibbo
Bibbo
would sound like some weird type of a nickname.
Gangster name,
kind of
you
thing,
know, Italian gangster name.
Tommy two times,
yeah,
all
stuff
those
like
weird
that.
things. Right. Yes. So that's probably why, because if not, I don't know. It doesn't, why would he call him by his last name?
Last name, anyway.
And you know what I mean? What kind of name is Dibble?
Yeah.
But Bibbo sounds like
it's
like
a gangster name.
Like a gangster, yeah.
It's a gangster name,
exactly.
Bibbo.
Yeah, Bibbo.
Bibbo.
And then what was the
Danny.
Danny, that's right. And then was it Marty?
Marty
in the
was
car?
I just blew my trivia question, Joe, but thanks. That's okay.
Whoops. All right, well,
Marty's the
Well,
getaway
we'll do the
driver.
trivia, we'll do the
Okay,
trivia.
we'll have to do it. I'll have to come up with another one.
you shouldn't have done a trivia question
no.
about an episode
So
that
they
we're
were
talking
gonna do. I know. I
about.
was like, I thought I was going to tie it in. I'll have to come up with something else, like who was Ralph Cramden's wife?
Yes,
Like,
yeah. How
something
about
like
that? Yes. Yes, that would be a good one. But let's.
I'll think of something else.
We'll have a little fun with this.
Yeah.
And because it is a great scene
It is a great scene.
because it's got the two gangsters in it.
Yep.
Tommy Manicotti
Tommy
makes
Manicotti.
his thing,
Yep.
and then of course you have Ed
and Alice. Yeah.
and that's all you really need.
Yeah.
No offense,
Freddie
Oh,
Muller.
Ralph.
Don't put Ralph me now.
Nope, Ralph me
I
now.
don't want anything in the world to happen to you.
I'm in love with
you. Now let me take
You
this.
still
thing
say
along.
that after
Ralph,
15
anything
years
that's
of
gonna happen
marriage.
to you is gonna
I'm
happen
in
to
love
me
with
too.
you.
Now I'm going to go and get my coat.
Now look.
Oh, and here's another thing. Maybe because you weren't really around in the 50s. You might have been born
in 50s. I know
56, but you don't
I
know
know what's going on.
What's with all the doors? You can lock a door from the outside.
Inside, yes. Like when he locks in, I'm like always still like, why is that door locking from?
Yeah, like what kind of weird?
Because he locks on the inside.
I think that's an S&M thing
I think
going on.
that-
What is going on? Why are you able to lock somebody
Inside
of
their bedroom? Like,
yeah, you should
should
be
be the
able to
other way?
lock- Yeah, it should be the other way. But he does that, and he also did it in the Sleepwalker episode.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, and he just locked it from the inside
Yeah.
and then took the
Yeah.
key.
Yeah.
Who has a key for their bedroom? But
No,
anyway,
like, back then he did. They had
I
like
guess
those skeleton keys.
the little-
they
the
did.
old,
I remember those.
stereotypical key.
That
you know?
stereotypical key, like
Yeah,
when you get
yeah.
the key to the city, and you see
Yes.
that's called a skeleton key.
Is that
yeah?
what they call it, a skeleton
keys,
key?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but so he
I
locks-
remember them. I do remember them.
He locks her in the bedroom, and then there he goes, locking her in. Now stay in there. And here they come.
That's him. That's the
That's the guy.
It's the guy.
Stay in there, Alice. Don't come out. Don't get in this.
Come on, Danny, let's grab him and
Can't-
blow.
you can't come out. You're
Crazy,
locked
a
in.
minute after we left, the dame would spread the alarm.
The
Come on,
dame.
get out
Oh, wait a minute now, pal. Now, wait a second.
of the way.
She doesn't know anything
Get
about
out
this.
of the way.
I always wonder what he's like. Get out of the way. Because I thought he said something before that, but he doesn't.
No.
He's just like, get out of the
Yeah,
way. He's like being very melodramatic on that. Get out of the way.
I like his overcoat. It's like 10 sizes too big.
Yeah, exactly. And what's with the magic marker?
Magic mark on the side of his face. That's supposed to be a scar.
It looks like the Led Zeppelin Zofo
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
you know? It looked like some sort of weird label, but
He doesn't know anything about this, pal.
Okay, lady, out.
Oh, Ralph.
Look, I won't tell anybody. Honest,
Shut up!
I swear I won't.
Shut up! Bibbo, you go and see if it's clear. Find out if everything's all set. Now, I don't want a word out of either of you
This is a
two.
great part here. Pay attention.
Is that Marty pulling away? Pulling over the car. Hey, there's something wrong.
there's something wrong.
Nothing wrong.
Danny, it's our cops. Cops? Yeah, patrol car just pulled up. Did you talk to the cops?
Oh, yeah.
The truth!
The truth. Like, because if he says the truth,
yeah, like,
if he was lying to you, he'd be like, oh, you got me. I'll tell you the truth. The truth.
Here's another thing.
Wait,
right.
are you going to get? Are you talking about when he comes up?
All right, well, I'll wait for when the detective comes up.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you said this, it totally. We have to call a new segment "Lou's Observations" because they're wonderful.
Wait a minute.
I wouldn't say anything.
One of those cops is coming up this way now. Hey, look, we got to blow this joint. The roof. We can beat it across the roof, huh?
Wait a minute, Monty. Just get a hold of yourself. They found out about this guy down in the pool room. Those cops don't know nothing. They're coming here for information. You ain't giving it to them, mister. If they come in here, you know nothing. You don't say one single word, or else she gets it. Okay, Bibbo, take her inside. Now, just remember what I say. One word.
Just with the hands. What do I do? This is when he shined, though.
Yep.
Ramden.
I don't know anything.
This guy's great, by the way.
Yes,
He's
I've seen him.
great. He's an actor.
And he's always playing like cops or a sheriff. Or
he was in westerns too.
Yes,
He was in westerns
Yep.
also. Yeah.
All right, well, it plays a little more. Now, here comes Lou's observation. We need a segment. Lou's observation.
We're gonna get Fernandez to do an intro.
Ramden.
I don't know nothing.
Now, look, you're in a bad spot. You know that? I'm going to tell you just what I told your pal down at the pool room. Your safety and your life is in danger if you don't give us a description.
I didn't see anything.
These fellas are killers. They shot the night watchman.
I don't know anything.
You don't know anything, huh? All right, I'm going to give you a break.
Can give you a break?
I'm leaving a policeman downstairs to look after you overnight. But if you don't tell us what you know by morning, you're on your own. If you're not a witness, you're not entitled to police protection. And thanks for nothing.
Welcome. You're welcome. Now, here is your great observation.
Here's my observation.
Here we go.
All right. So now this guy's.
I'm going to sit back and have a sip of water. Go ahead.
Okay. This guy's a detective. Okay. Now, they pull up to the house in a patrol car with the sirens blasting,
and screeching.
Screeching.
They show the screeching.
And as Marty takes off with his whatever the heck he's driving, I'm like, why? If you're a detective, why are you coming up to the house with the sirens blasting? You're only coming up to interview the guy.
Quick, before he has dinner, we want to get him on an empty stomach. Like what?
Like why? What's with the sirens?
And now he just comes up and he's in his regular, because he's a detective.
He's a detective, so he's wearing street clothes,
Right,
right.
But he just sees him. He's like, "Oh, Marty, there's cops!" And oh my God, that is just so great.
Hysterical. Like I was thought about what with the siren. You're a detective. Detectives don't really have sirens.
Exactly. They're not
like
coming
an
to a scene of a crime.
Yeah. With the sirens blasting.
Yeah. All right, quick. We have to go see that witness.
Yeah.
I thought that was so funny, Lou. Your observation was just so right on. Between that and when you said the observation about Ralph going to meet Harvey to fight.
Yeah.
And he's in his
bus driver's uniform.
This is great, too, because it is so right on. This detective has no reason. Don't be wrong. You can be like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
But you don't need
what
the
siren come in?
And then they pull up. I mean, you can hear
screeching.
What are you doing? This is great.
God.
This is when this is when I'm like, I have no regrets doing this
Oh,
podcast.
yeah.
Like my cheeks are hurting already.
It's worth the $25 a week we have to shell out. Yeah.
Yes. All right, let's do it.
I didn't tell him anything. Alice,
He's gone.
Sure.
And I
he's
love
gone, but
how
what about
smart
the other cop
Danny
that's
is.
waiting downstairs? What about him, huh?
Nothing. He'll be gone in the morning.
But we can't stay here all night.
Why not? We got the police protecting us.
Please, go away. We won't say anything.
look, I just proved to you I wasn't going to say
Shut
anything.
up!
Look, Danny, what about Marty in the
Don't
car?
worry
huh?
about Marty. He was smart enough to duck. When the cops showed, he'll come back when they're gone.
Look,
Don't you?
I don't like this. I don't like the idea of staying here all night.
I didn't ask you what you liked.
Please, will you go away?
All right,
I want your...
stick him up. Get him up.
There he is.
Who is it?
Hey, Tommy, have you got my water pistol in there?
Great.
And then
The kid is great.
And then him squirting him in the face. So funny. Squirting him in the face. And I love how it... Thanks, Mr. Crandon.
Yeah, Tommy.
Thanks, Mr. Crandon.
Very welcome.
Hey, look, Danny. Let me give him a waking over, huh?
No, no.
With a stupid move like that, Crandon, you'll get the worst beating anybody ever got in their life.
There you go.
Let me give him a
Love
sense.
it.
What do you think?
Love it, Danny.
The worst beaten... Now, because you know how, like, you'll say, like, 2 words.
Yeah,
it's
like-
actually called... I learned this. It's
Oh, is
called a
it-
spoonerism.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
When you say, like, if you try to do something and you say, like, you mix up 2 words
Right.
or you...
Like you had mentioned a time with your Irving, your
Yeah.
craving and your...
Instead of an urge or a craving, I
Craving,
said Irving.
Irving, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
that's
get this
okay.
email every day. It's like a word of the day.
right.
Some sort of genius email. I
Yeah.
didn't even sign up for
Yeah,
it.
well, genius in you. I mean, come on.
Well, no, the word genius or something like that. But I didn't, believe me, I didn't sign up for it. Maybe
I get
somebody,
that too.
somebody
I do,
is
yeah.
like, this guy needs a little help with, with his English language. But I think it was spoonerism, and it's when you do something like that,
Okay.
when you mess up
All
the
right.
words. But what was, because
Yeah, what would be boot? What would the
beaten you ever had?
Yeah. That could be it. Could be combining beating you.
Like he got
Yeah.
ahead of himself.
Yeah.
Like he started to say the you before the beating.
Yeah.
The bootin'.
Booting, yeah. Came out
Beating
beating
you.
you.
Beating
Yeah,
you.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's probably why.
Beating you ever got. Yeah, okay, there you go.
But listen,
Oh,
don't make
spoonerism.
fun of Freddie Muller.
I-
all right?
hey, you know me and
the
Freddie Muller.
It's the illustrious Freddie
Illustrious
Muller.
Freddie Muller.
Let's just hear him do that again. It's just squirting him in the face.
And I think it gives him a couple extra shots because the audience reaction.
Probably.
Yeah, I would say so.
And it was, yeah.
Yeah.
He was great in doing
Yeah.
that,
Yeah, Tommy.
Thanks, Mr. Crandon.
Very welcome.
Oh, great Tommy Monaco.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Great.
Yeah,
Hey, look,
so
Danny,
good.
Let me give him a waking over, huh?
No, no.
Another stupid move like that, Crandon, you'll get the worst beating anybody ever got in their life.
Just let me give him a sample, huh, Danny? A little sample, huh?
Ralph, please tell them that you'll do anything
Now
they
look,
say.
you 2 are sitting down. You're not making a sound or a move from here in. If you try anything, I ain't stopping Bibbo. Now sit.
See, it does sound like Bibbo.
Yeah,
But
it
could
does
be-
sound like Bibbo. I don't
Answer
know.
that.
I got
Who
Bibbo
is
in
it?
my head anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, Ralph Norton, what do you got the door locked for?
My friend from upstairs.
You'll get rid of him the same way you did the copper.
The copper.
The copper.
The copper.
I'm a nut.
There, Bobby boy. Why would you get the door locked? You're pale, you're shaking. Those bums are 1,000 miles away from here.
Why don't you go home now?
What do you mean, why don't I go home? Those guys ain't got any courage. They're not going to stick around here. They'll run like rats.
Go ahead out now.
Huh?
I say get out.
And why would he think
What's the matter, Ralph? You got a
saying
twitch?
2 pipes in the
bedroom,
bedroom,
like,
is
yeah.
going to clarify that
Yeah,
the 2
yeah,
guys are
yeah.
there? Like,
He
really?
acts like a guy that's got his gun in his back.
Will you get out of
Norton's
here?
got like no clue what
No
he's getting
clue.
at.
Look, I come down here in good faith to fix the pipes, and that's just what I'm going to do.
We don't want any pipes fixed now. You can come on down tomorrow and fix all the pipes.
I love when he says
all the pipes.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
The pipes out here and the 2 pipes that need fixing inside the bedroom.
I'll take a look, see.
Now, you can't
See,
go
he
in
doesn't
there
know.
now.
Norton's not getting
Alice
it.
is
No,
in
he's
there.
just not getting it.
She's getting dressed. You can come down and fix those 2 pipes tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh, well, okay, like you say, if there's a better time, I'll come down and
Bye.
fix the pipes tomorrow.
Bye.
And then-
Long Norton.
Hi, Ralph.
And how does Norton know that only 1 pipe,
Pipe in
needs
the
fixing?
Yeah, only one pipe.
Hey, hi. Get rid of them.
Okay, now lock the door.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, I was just thinking, there's only 1 pipe there that needs fixing.
And then, of course, he, yeah. But, and I always love the way he says tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, and
Like,
there's something
he's,
with
like,
his
getting
finger
into, like,
going
tomorrow.
down. Tomorrow.
And Norton's just not getting this.
No, and he
because
shouldn't have got it. Why would he think that? The 2 pipes in the bedroom. And how is that supposed to mean?
Now, when you think about it, when the detective's in the room, everybody's behind that door. They can't see. They can barely hear. And you
Right.
could just, Ralph could, like, signal some way to the
like,
detective,
right
like,
there. Yeah, he's right there.
yeah, like, really, come on.
Yes.
Yeah, like,
what
are you going in?
what are you doing over here?
What are you going in?
Get in there and get it. He should have done the thumb thing. With the thing. Yes, Detective. Get in there.
Oh, it's a great episode.
Yes.
It really is.
Yeah,
it really
Trapped is just phenomenal
It is.
from beginning to end.
Little Tommy's great. I give him credit there. Little Tommy Monacotti.
Yeah, he really did a good job.
Yeah.
Perfect timing with his lines,
Yep.
and even when he came in early,
When he came in early, he's good. He's like his lines are they're spot on. He's not stumbling like I just did. He's not flubbing.
Exactly.
Tommy Monacotti is 10 times better actor than me anyway.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
You know, he's going to his lines fine.
Mm-hmm.
Timing great. Timing is great.
Yeah, he was definitely excellent.
That's why they used him again as Johnny Bennett or
Johnny
Bennett.
Johnny Bennett.
Tony Bennett, whatever the hell he was.
It's Tony Bennett's kid.
Tony Bennett's kid. I left my water pistol in San Francisco. Yeah.
Well, I was telling you that what I think is, we said it right before we started recording. I said, if you had to guess who got the best lines of the show, it's a what do you would call it in the racing? A photo finish.
Photo finish
between
Gotta
Ed
make
and
it-
Alice.
Yeah.
It's not even close. Like Ralph is definitely third, without
a doubt, because you could flip flop the top two and the third
and
one.
He's
Ralph.
He didn't get. And thing is, it's his show, his production,
Yep.
entire production supervised by
Jackie Gleason. Everything
but
was
he
him.
was, to me, so. And you know what? He was a pro.
Yeah.
And he allowed them to shine.
Yes.
Even though he was the star.
Yes.
But he was able to let them shine and get all of the great lines.
Yep.
And for him to be the butt of most of the great lines.
Yeah.
Whether it was
a guy with an ego as big as his waistline,
Right.
to do that.
Absolutely. Because he was a driven, determined guy.
Yeah.
And whether it was a goof on a classic fat joke, or if it was just a joke about him being
I guess,
dumb, with,
stupid at the time, doing something
doing
ridiculous
something
like
idiotic,
he did.
right.
Yeah.
It was, to me, showed the professionalism and
Yeah.
how secure
Yep.
a guy who shouldn't have been secure.
No.
To sit
Yeah.
there and let people just
Yeah.
national TV
Yeah.
and do.
I
But
think he was so much into getting the final product.
yes,
Just getting it right,
Yeah.
and making it funny. And if he had to be the the part of the joke,
Yeah.
he was, and that was it.
Absolutely.
because the final product was funny, and that's all he was going for.
yeah, because it's even like he got good things at Norton. We call him stupid and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. But if you notice, Alice never really got much flack at all.
No.
He would yell at her.
Yeah.
But he was just yelling because he was trying to get something from her and all that. And you know why? It's very simple. This, at least I look at it. It would look very bullyish if he was ranking on, if she was getting any type of real guff,
Right.
or something from him or whatever, because it's just the way it would just come off
Yeah.
very bullyish.
Yeah.
Even, people, like we talked, he wasn't the most likable character for a
No.
lot of
No,
people,
not a lot of
because he
people
did
liked him.
yell at
Yeah.
her,
Yeah.
even though it was all done in love and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So, so it makes sense that she always, and that's, to me, the first TV feminist, Lucille Ball, and then her.
Yeah.
Because Lucille Ball, she basically was the star of the show, and even though she was the butt of most of the jokes,
Yeah.
but she always, at least at the end, came off looking, smarter or whatever.
Smarter
and
than-
Alice was never ever second
No.
in that house.
No.
She was always first.
No.
And that's, to me, that's
That's
what
it.
made it. That's
Yep.
what made it so great, so phenomenal. But oh wow, what are we?
Where are we at?
God, dude, we could be at a ridiculous amount of time here.
We don't even know.
Wow, we're at like
Wow.
28 minutes.
Thought your watch stopped.
No,
Write Walt Disney a letter in the morning.
all right. Well, then you want to do a trivia?
Yeah, I'll do one.
You got one?
I got another
you
one.
got one in the chamber?
I got one in the chamber, yeah.
Because,
you blew the first one. Yeah. Thank you.
can't believe
Yeah.
out of all you've written up like 800 questions.
I know, and I
no exaggeration. Literally
800
800 questions for his book,
the so-called book that may never come out, but
may
it'll
never come
eventually
out,
down
but
the road.
whatever.
Yeah.
And I inadvertently blurted out one of the questions,
Marty.
one of the answers, Marty.
Because we never do the trivia question to the episode. I never do. I just happened to do it today.
Right.
And,
Yeah, it just happened to be.
Yeah,
right,
it just happened to
so.
be.
All right.
All right, so let's see. We got one here. Let's see. We can go in here. All right. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. Raccoon of the Year.
Okay.
Many, like we know, there's many awards that go with Raccoon of the Year.
So you're talking about the
The
loudspeaker?
loudspeaker, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Who was the previous Raccoon of the Year who left the Raccoons and joined the Elks?
The Elks, I don't remember. He got so conceited
Conceited and stuck up.
and stuck up. Hope you don't get conceited and stuck up. And then he
Anything
got
you know
so
about me,
conceited.
Norton, is I'm not conceited and stuck up.
Right. And he ended up, what did he say? He was so conceited that he
Quit the Raccoons and joined the Elks.
Joined the Elks. No.
All right. Frank Brady.
That doesn't even ring a bell.
Yeah, because it's just one thing you never think of.
It's
just one.
because
It's a name.
It's a
throwaway name
thing,
not a character.
right?
It's just a throwaway name.
Throwaway name that we don't think
You
of
don't think
because, and it's what we're actually doing now is we're starting to notice all those little. Like
Yeah.
I never noticed Frank Brady.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of other things that I never noticed until we started doing this podcast.
Yep.
Little things now because we're looking for it.
Yep,
Like we're
looking
getting,
for 'em.
we're getting emails from people and
Small details.
small details.
Get the bag.
Get the bag.
I still can't get over that from last week.
I know.
Oh, my God.
Get the bag.
Get the bag.
Oh, what a great episode. Everything about Get the Bag is just
Oh,
great.
it's
by the way.
unbelievable.
But all right. Well, listen. That was episode 21.
21?
In the books, and I want to thank all of the Facebook groups
Yep.
that let us promote on there, like the Honeymooners, Raccoon Lodge, and also the classic episodes. Brother Norton, he's got his podcast called the Honeymooners Trivia Podcast, and I do my show, the Conti and Kenny Show, which is on Monday nights at 7 o'clock on morelikeradio.com. I do that. And also, I have a CD DVD that I made back in 2012, an hour CD DVD called Happiness. You can get it on CD Baby or iTunes, but it's Joe Conti Happiness. It's like $6.
I'm waiting for it to come out on 8-track.
Yes. I'm waiting for 3D DVDs. But that's it. So thank you. Episode 21 in the books. And we'll see you next time.
Night all.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Good night.
We'll have to do this again real soon.
How about tomorrow night?
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.